Ebusia. Ebusia, come with me again, or come with me again. Ebusia, this is your humble servant right here on this platform. Ushamia, now what throw us here, fila, fila. No, media come we are cooking. Ebusia, a year and then 3 days or 4 days, and Yanyan in TSA, there's some Nigerian and robbers beer or laboni near dear. Ghana Police Service was able to counterattack them, and according to reports, no, omutumi kun 1 or 2 of them, and about edwane ye, and omunsa ka bakun and munsa ka no. According to the name Nankasa no, Nidin eye Okochuku Augustine or say whatever it is, quote and unquote. The Nigerians in Ghana are already fighting over whether he is a Igbo person, Yoruba person, or what. Now that guy by name Destiny Omon, the moron Wabekasa, and I want you guys to follow me to watch this guy carefully. After that, I will also play you a video from TV3 where the name will pop up again. I know most of you have heard about it, but I have a singular honor again to send message to Destiny Omon. It is not in your place to determine all that. It is the Ghana Police Service who does that. So let's go and watch that video. Yeba, I'll come and give you guys my take, my opinion, my warning, and my message to Destiny Omon. We'll be right back.
Yes, regarding the alleged armed robbers that were shot by Ghana police yesterday. So I did an interview with Sahara reporters this morning, and I just want to give an update on that issue. First of all, let me make this very, very clear. You know, I've said this a couple of times. I've said it like 5 times on my video. I am a media consultant to the Nigerian High Commission. That is, as a coordinator. I speak on an independent platform. Yes, I speak on an independent platform. What it means is that whatsoever analysis, whatsoever interview or statement I make it in my own capacity. And we should understand how diplomacy works. The Nigerian High Commissioner will not speak until investigation is completed. So stakeholders are speaking to control the peace of both countries. And that is why you see the ANC president is involved, myself is involved, Eze is involved. All the stakeholders, they are trying to get information and to cool nerves. The High Commissioner will only speak when they get official reports from the Ghana government. And obviously, that is when investigation is complete. So I'm just here to educate us on how things work. So any interview you are hearing, it's in the capacity of whoever is making that interview, whether me, whether ANC president, whether anybody, not in the capacity of the High Commission, because the High Commission as a diplomat, the High Commission representing the Nigerian government, will only speak when he has gotten full-fledged reports from the investigation of the Ghana police. I just want to clear that part. So now the Nigerian communities and the Nigerian elders have made an application to the Ghana police to be able to see the victim and to see the suspect in question. This is the armed robbery suspect in question, because many videos are popping up, different angles. So first of all, we have not even confirmed whether the guy is a Nigerian. That's one part of it. So we need to speak to guy, we need to ask him questions. Which state are you? And all of that before we know what to do. But by the time the application got to police headquarters, they said it was late, that on Monday, the Nigerian communities can come and see the suspect and speak to him, interview him, and know what has gone wrong. Now, I am using this medium to calm nerves. See, I noticed that this is turning into a tribal fight between Yoruba and Igbo. We really don't need this. We don't need it for now. I beg you people. We don't need it for now, because we are not even sure if this guy is an Igbo man. The investigation we are getting, we cannot even ascertain if this guy is an Igbo man yet. I can tell you of a fact. Yes, so please, let's stop the media, let's stop the tribal war for now. Let's stop it. Please. And the media people don't make things worse. Both from the Ghana side and from the Nigerian side, don't make things worse. I remember when the Achimota robbery happened, the person involved was actually a Nigerian, Niger, from Niger. And you know Niger, they speak Hausa. So because of that, that is how they were relating it, that he's a Nigerian, until we unveil the real identity of those that were involved. So please, let's keep the peace for now. It is not helping us. Yeah, because like I said, no one has monopoly of madness, and there is Mensa in every home. Crime has no tribe, crime has no nationality. So let's not, because of one person, and drag the whole country or drag a certain tribe into it. It's not working. There are armed robbers in every tribe. There are armed robbers in every country. So please, let's put caution into it. Those that are reporting it, they should report with caution. Please, it's very, very important. Until we get an official statement from our government, please, let's be reporting with caution. All we can do now is to ask questions. And it's those questions we are asking, because I and you were not there. It is only the police that know how they got there, and the armed robbers themselves that know what happened. So I and you were not there. So whatsoever we are doing is just to ask questions so that the police, the Nigerian government, the Ghana government can answer us. So let's not conclude. I come in peace.
For the bank robbery attempt in the Labone enclave, 2 suspects were killed in the process, 1 person arrested. Now, when this was reported earlier today, there was some inconsistency in the earlier reports, because the GCB Bank issued a statement indicating that this robbery did not happen anywhere close to the bank, or the bank was not the target for this particular robbery attack. The police issued a statement earlier indicating that this robbery attack happened at the GCB Bank at Labone. Well, there's been some clarity. There's been some updates on that particular one. The police issued some detailed statements that to at least give us some clarity on exactly what happened. But here's what we do know. 2 armed robbers have been killed in a shootout with the Ghana Police Service earlier. The robbers, 3 in number, stationed their vehicles close to some banks in an attempt to rob, but police foiled the robbery attack, now leading to the arrest of 1 person. And this is the video which the police self-issued, and some eyewitnesses as well captured the video. The 2 persons who were killed in that shootout with the Ghana Police Service are the bodies of these deceased suspected armed robbers, carried into the bucket of a pickup. That's what you see on the video there. The lifeless bodies of these suspected robbers carried into the bucket of the pickup. And then the vehicle that they were using is the mangled vehicle in the video that we showed you earlier. What you're seeing is this scene where this incident happened. That's the body, the lifeless body of the 2 suspects carried into the bucket of the pickup there, and which was driven by the Ghana Police Service. And we understand that they had been monitoring these persons there from about 8 a.m. this morning. That car was parked at that same location, no movement from 8 a.m. this morning till about almost 3 p.m. when this was first reported. And the vehicle that was captured, the update is that apparently, based on the police's further information, these robbers targeted a number of banks, not just one, in the Labone enclave. At about 10:45 a.m. today, police received intelligence that a gang of robbers were preparing to attack the GCB Bank, Eco Bank, and the Zenith Bank, all at Labone. So this is it. This is another layer of information as we have it now. So this time, not just the GCB Bank, they mentioned Eco Bank, they mentioned Zenith Bank. A police team was immediately deployed to Labone where the gang members were spotted in their vehicles parked close to the banks. Upon sighting the police, one of the vehicles sped off in an attempt to escape. The police gave them a chase and arrested suspect Augustine Okechukwu Mazi. Augustine Okechukwu Mazi is the one who has been arrested. He's alive. The other occupant, however, managed to escape. So take note of that. There were two vehicles. So earlier, we didn't have this information that the vehicles were more than one, because the vehicle that was captured in the video, which I just showed you, that's it. That's what you have there. This Toyota Highlander vehicle, which, according to the police, was used by one of the robbers, was hit, mangled there. And at the time, we did not know that there were two vehicles involved. So now we know that the other occupant who managed to escape, they haven't given details of the vehicle they were using, or any that's the number. But here's it: we have a number of vehicle number plates, which we're going to show to you as well. The robbers in the second vehicle also tried to escape amidst firing. The police engaged them in a shootout, resulting in the death of two suspects. So there was an exchange of gunfire that led to the two persons killed. Police also recovered two vehicles, a Toyota Highlander vehicle with registration number GS143418, a Hyundai Tucson with registration number GS791517, and a blow pistol. Suspect Augustine Okechukwu Mazi is in custody, assisting the investigation, while the bodies of the deceased suspects have been deposited at the morgue for preservation, identification, and autopsy. The Ghana Police Service highly recommends the response team for successfully foiling the planned robbery attack. The service is also grateful to members of the public who continue to share credible information on criminal activities with the police. So this is what the police give us. This is the identity of the suspect in question, who is in custody, Okechukwu Mazi. And then the vehicle that was mangled, GS143410, and the pistol, the blow pistol that these suspected armed robbers used. Then we have a few more, and this is let's put that on the screen right now, all right? And some pictures that we got from the Ghana Police Service when questions were asked of them for a bit more clarity. This is it. We have this number plate as well, GS30402022. This is another number plate the police provided, quite apart from, and then there's GR358823. Police put all of this out as well in the statement that they issued, and given a bit more detail about what has been happening. That's beyond this number plate they put out, that is the GS143418. Now, this is the location where this incident happened, where you see the vehicle.
All right, guys, we're back. Now, I believe so you guys saw all the videos. Now, I want you guys, sometimes I want you to finish watching the video and listen to the moron and what he's talking about. Now, it's been a while. Destiny Omon and his people, Chuku the Jude and stuff, they are doing their stuff. We know what they are doing, but we are just watching them with our eagle eye. They show me, they monitor me. If they think, say, we have stopped monitoring them, we want them to know, say, we are still monitoring them. We know. Now, let me use this opportunity to tell Destiny Omon, say, whatever that went on there in Laboni, whether those guys are about to rob a bank, whether they've taken the action, what were they doing there at that material moment from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. positioned at one place? What are they doing? And how come they are having fresh cars? Any a tool near there, and also saying. So you have no right whatsoever to come and defend and say they don't know whether they are Nigerians or they are Nigerians or they are Malians or whatever. Ogechuku ayebodino Mali for omutu okuchuku. Mali omutu okuchuku. When we talk, people don't want to. You guys are becoming troublesome in Ghana, and I'm telling you, it is because of somebody's Nigerian antecedent. It's clear. We know. Very soon, the 2 years of his antecedency will end. And then we'll start dealing with you people. That is a fact. It's a fact on the ground. I blame some of the landlords Omo rent to Omo dine. Edema people like this. I blame some of the people selling their land to people like, because you see, now they have the mindset to come and rob broad daylight. And then somebody like this, defend it, want to cross over and say they are not Igbo for whatever it is. We know what the Igbos are capable of doing. We know what you guys are capable of doing. We know all the steps. But I'm saying, if the Ghana Immigration Service will not listen to some of us, if they will not listen to us, these are the results that will happen. I've said it. Ghana is sitting on a timing bomb. Just take your time and you will understand. Thank you guys. So remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's keep going. Your comments are very, very important to us, guys. If you have 400 views, let the comments show 400 comments. Thank you guys all. Bye for now.